In this retirement home outside the central city of Gouda, a person can only get a place if a friend or relative agrees to participate in the care of pensioners who live here. Henk Hom gives 4 hours of his time every month to the elderly, cooking, cleaning, trying to make their daily lives more pleasant. In exchange for these services, his father can have a room here.
Ik vind het woord werken past daar niet in. Het is geen werken.
It's not really work. I come and see my father if he needs me, so I help. That's normal.
But it's not only his father who looks forward to seeing him. Another pensioner, Mrs. Lubbers, also is glad to see him.
It's really good that he comes. We get to know each other. He does everything. He helps us. He's a really good man.
Each resident in this retirement home must provide someone who will help in order to get accommodation here. The Gouda retirement home is testing the idea of a society of participation conceived by Prime Minister Mark Rutte to ease some of the burden on the country's welfare. The retirement home director Sylvia Oudenes says that so far the system has worked smoothly. Of the 18 families that took part in the test program, only one family decided to take their mother elsewhere.
De meeste kritiek was omdat wij het over verplichtingen hebben.
The main criticisms were about the obligatory nature. It's a moral obligation, and it's only 4 hours a month. And apparently 60% of people doing this for a relative, friend, or neighbor do well over the 4 hours that we ask.
The home does not depend only on volunteer work. Rick Remerswal is a professional nurse.
Ze doen alleen maar een praatje maken.
They just talk, go for walks. They don't wash or dress them. They don't help them go to the toilet. That's what we do. The volunteers don't provide health care. They just do the little things that we won't always have time for.
By 2050, more than a quarter of the Dutch population is expected to be 65 and over. Many in the Netherlands say it is time to turn from the society of welfare into a society of sharing. A bill before Parliament is proposing to make the elderly, chronically sick or handicapped people give private lessons to children who are behind at school. Critics have objected to what they consider the obligatory nature of such volunteer work, but Henk Hom says many others see it as a moral obligation. Zlarica Houk, VOA News, Washington.